Afternoon YouTube, Roman Chaos here, and today we're talking about PlayStation 2. For those of you that clicked on my video, I'm really excited to bring you this content that I have in store for you today. I was super excited when I found this. I couldn't have been happier, even though I still have yet to find wherever the PlayStation 2 system is. I'm working on finding that. Hopefully it's still somewhere around this old house, but I am really excited to show off these games. Let's get this going. Shadow of the Colossus. This game needs no introduction. Literally one of the coolest games of its time. I cannot stress the amount of hours that can be put into this game. Not only that, but the amount of content. This game, if I could literally rank it one of my best PlayStation 2 games, hands down, I'll fall under that list. Has been nothing but great content and fighting ginormous colossi to resurrect your undying love, or something like that. No spoilers here. This game is definitely the one you want to look out for. Next up, God of War. PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 fans already know what I'm talking about. This game got remastered over and over again. And why? Because until this day, it's so much fun to play. I cannot stress all the gore and violence, and the story is just perfect. Play this game if you haven't. Final Fantasy 12. Everyone knows Final Fantasy games are nothing but indulging loads of hours into it. This game is no different. I would recommend playing this game. It's nowhere, I would not put it next to Final Fantasy 7. I love Final Fantasy 7, or this new Final Fantasy 15 game that came out, but it's definitely one to try. Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus has made it on PS3 and PS4 and has become a Sony icon. This game is all colorful, but at the same, don't have the book art, but at the same time, puzzles is key. Timing, stealth, this game's got it. Action, I mean, if this could be a TV show, it would make the cut. Tons more going here. Hope you guys are ready. The SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Driving a hamburger. That's all I need to say for this game. I had a lot of fun playing it, and the power-ups were great. Need for Speed Underground 2. Customizing cars. What's more not to like? It's not a Burnout game, but it's really fun to play and race. Red Faction. One of the shooters that I wish actually... Well, I mean, it did get to PS3. But at the time, this game, first-person shooter, I would say it can be competitive with Call of Duty. I mean, that's just my personal opinion, but I really had fun playing this game. Ratchet and Clank, up your arsenal. Third installment for the Ratchet and Clank series, but I tell you, before Tools of Destruction, before the HD collection, this game, crazy guns, cartoony graphics, the awesome duo, right next to Jak and Daxter, obviously, this game has also become a Sony icon. Speaking of Ratchet and Clank, let's stay on the subject of Going Commando, the second installment to the series, kicking ASS one planet at a time. This game was so much fun, and the story for all three of these games is perfect. The guns, the quirky jokes, quirky, see what I did there? This game is definitely something you should pick up. Now, hear me out. I did not buy this game specifically for the 3 cards, which I still have. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters Coliseum is actually a game where I invested a lot of hours in. I know that sounds weird, but this game is all puzzles, but with the animations of summoning, along with collecting all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters, majority of them as much as possible, to create your own deck, it's really fun. It's not a traditional card game, but I highly recommend it. Speaking of duos... Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy, is what started off one of the greatest, sidekick tag team duos next to Ratchet and Clank for the Sony era. And if you have not played this game, you are missing out. It's great. The colors are beautiful. Even for a PlayStation 2 game, it has a remastered version, that Jak and Daxter HD collection. Pick this game up. I wish that this made it to the PS4. The Legend of Spyro New Beginning, along with... Let me see if I have it. Yes, I do. The sequel, Eternal Night. Both of these Spyro games was a game that tried to bring Spyro, one of Sony PlayStation 1's fans, back to life in the PlayStation 2 era. I don't know whoever picked this up, but I love this story. Didn't get the third one, sadly. I left off on a cliffhanger on this one, but this game is freaking awesome. Jak 2. Taking Jak and actually making him talk in the sequel was freaking awesome, and Daxter being funny as ever. Oh, the hoverboard, such a great addition. It took that colorful, charming vibe into keeping it charming and fun, but a darker tone as Jak turns into one of these really bad ASS, like I would say monster, that has pretty much a limited amount of power, but with the right dark orbs, oh my god, the right dark orbs, pick up this game. It's really good. Jack 3. This game took that dark and light Jack and made a combo for it, using both of, you know, good and evil, and with not to mention throwing in some open world areas. Jack 3 seriously finished off the Jak and Daxter series. I wish that they made a new one, but Naughty Dog went on to better business making the Uncharted games. But this game, especially with all the creative guns, was seriously, if there was ever going to be a crossover, it'd be Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank. Madden 08. Hear me out, guys. Every Madden game may seem the same, but I actually invested a lot of time in this Madden in particular. I had a lot of fun playing it. Any Madden game is a lot of fun. The Lego Star Wars game, the video game. I feel like this is the game that took off the Lego series, and I really had fun playing this, especially with me and my brother. Played loads of hours trying to collect all the studs and all the bricks and all the characters. It's a lot of fun. If you want to play a racing game that's not Need for Speed, the Mustang game is. If you're all about Ford, go for it. This Ford game was actually a lot of fun. It got very competitive at times with me and my brothers, but we had a great time playing it. Ultimate Spider-Man. This game was really fun. Bringing that comic book sensation into a video game, I love this idea. This game, the colors, the graphics, the combat. The superhero Spider-Man deserves a good game. This was one of them. Need for Speed Underground. I already talked about Need for Speed Underground 2. This one's good. I really like the second one more. Oh boy. Metal Arms, glitch in the system. Cool story. I mean, this game really never took off. Well, or sorry, I never thought it did. But I had a great time playing this with the little local player online with all the cool guns. I had a great time playing this game. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. Here we go. This game, loads of fun. Bringing that colorful vibe with this tiger that throws boomerangs. I don't think I need to say more to that. Destroy All Humans. A great game. I'd recommend playing this. The freaking comedy in it is great. The guns, the combat, the missions you have to do. Take over this planet. Now, it's not Digimon World 3. Hands down, one of my favorite games. But Digimon World 4, it was pretty fun to play. Given the Digimon weapons, I was questionable, and with the evolutions kind of stayed somewhat the same. As you can see, they look a little different. But there's Omnimon, look on the plus side. But Digimon World 3 was a lot better, hands down. Crash does not need an introduction. The Wrath of Cortex is a really fun game, bringing Crash into the PlayStation 2 era. I recommend playing this game as any other Crash game, except when Naughty Dog kind of sold them. Don't play those new ones, those weird games. Never touch those. Those are some dark times. Iron Man. Did not play a lot. Don't get this. Rayman 3. Hell yes. All the Rayman games were super fun. I'm so glad that it came out on the PC, PlayStation 4, and I believe Xbox as well, in the newer version of Legends. And it's a great game. This one I had a lot of fun playing. The colors, the combat, everything about it was super fun. I'm not gonna lie. I bought this game specifically for the mini golf. If you had this game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's a golf sequence in it. That's the only reason I played it. Just for golfing. Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor. If you stayed alive to complete Call of Duty. Great game for the PS2. Bringing the first-person shooter to PlayStation 2 with a game like this was a great idea, and I had fun playing it. Outcoast. If you like some sports cars, going coast to coast in Ferraris, get it. Yeah, we're not talking about this one. Burnout Revenge. This game is the best car game, one of the best car games I've ever played. I kid you not. Bashing cars, making them crash over, fighting for revenge, bonus points, afterburners. I mean, this game has so much in it. It's an amazing game. Spider-Man 2. Now, a lot of people like to rip on Spider-Man, and I can see why, because it doesn't really have as many good games. I mean, the superhero games with Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City coming out was great additions, but I like swinging around New York City in this one. And it kind of followed with the movie, but it was a good game. It was a good game. And the last one we have is Sly 2. Sly is a great game, and the first one made success, so did the second and the third, and we have Thieves of Times in the HD collection. I would recommend playing this game.